Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you guys, or at least film and let you see the process of me replacing this bathroom drain. It went from that ugly thing to this new one with a hair collection basket, and it can pop up and down. It's really cool. But the first one was actually replaced when I did this bathroom. I did the tile and installed the sink and everything, but over time this drain, the original one, it like started to fall apart. It was just cheaply made and just kind of slowly chipped away over time. So today I'm making it, well, replacing it. I'm not making it, I'm replacing it with this one, which is a really good quality, high quality metal one. Um, it's almost similar to the faucet, is a little bit, maybe a little richer in color, but it'll do. Okay. I'll put the link to this down below for you guys that are looking for it. This is how it comes. The hair basket goes into the drain part, and it has the silicone flanges for the top and the bottom. That is to help seal it, so to keep it, waterproof and watertight, so no water gets in and out from those areas. But I'm gonna go ahead and follow the instructions that they provide to install this drain. It's pretty simple, looks pretty straightforward. You pretty much remove the old one and you put in the new one and follow the instructions. Okay, so that's it. All right, so we're gonna get started with this. um I'm already preparing myself for something disgusting in this drain because everybody in this house has pretty long hair, and most of them are children. The first thing I do is put a towel down. This is just in case anything leaks out, it doesn't fall onto the wood in the cabinet here and doesn't create a mess. You can put a little bowl if you want, but because this space is so tight, I just use the towel, or you can use a bathroom mat or whatever, anything old that can collect or soak up any water. All right, so this is the drain. It pretty much corroded all the way. The flange that it came with, all of it just kind of fell apart. Especially the top, as you guys could see, kind of chipped away. And I believe once that started chipping away, the water started leaking through it, and it just kind of fell apart. Okay, so that's how that looks. All right, so now I have to take out all the little bits. I know it's pretty gross, but I wanted you to see, okay, just in case you're in the same position as me and you feel intimidated or grossed out or whatever. I really did wish I had put some protection on my hands. I just went in there raw dog and just not, I just wanted to get this done. So I wasn't even thinking about wearing gloves on my hands or anything like that. Um, I'm using these pliers. If you guys want to call them something else, that's fine. But that's what I call them. And I'm going to turn this counterclockwise to remove the drain from out of its position. And then I'm going to turn this counterclockwise as well to take it out of the drain hole. Okay. So it may be completely different in your bathroom or under your sink, wherever it is that you're trying to replace a drain. If you're watching this video to help you or to inspire you or to, give you a little confidence that you could do it yourself. Um, Before, I did have one thing in my house done by a plumber, and this was about 8 years ago, and it was to replace a shower drain, and he charged me $165 for that. Okay, and a couple of weeks before I even changed this, I know it's pretty nasty, and you can see it's all corroded, just a mess. But thankfully, no water leaked through in the cabinet or anything like that. I don't have any water damage, so I just cleaned that all up. But back to what I was saying, a friend of mine, her shower head wasn't working, and she bought a new shower. Well, it was working, it just wasn't working as great. It was all clogged up. So she bought a new shower head. It's easy thing to do. She put the shower head on there and it wasn't working. So she took the shower head off, put the old one back on that was kind of working, and it wasn't working. So she called a plumber. The plumber charged her $195 just to come into her house. And then when he went to the shower head, he took out a piece of, I don't know, foam or something that she accidentally shoved up into the shower head part where the water comes out of, and that was blocking off the water. That's why the shower wasn't working. But he charged her just for that. So I was like, I'm just gonna do my thing myself, like I usually do, and just kind of follow the instructions, and do what I do. You know what I mean? But shout out to all the plumbers. You guys are needed. You're awesome and all of that good stuff. I'm just not paying anybody $200 just to walk into my house, okay? Because that's what he told her. He said just for him to be there was $200. So I'm just no, okay? This is a family of six. I'm not doing that. I got my new drain off of Amazon, and I'm gonna follow these instructions, and we're gonna get this done, okay? So I cleaned out the whole drain. I made sure it was dry. This is the silicone flange that goes underneath the metal part, and then we'll go right in here, and this is supposed to seal it off and keep it waterproof, and that's all. That's nice, that's all cool and everything, but I just didn't trust that. So I'm going to be using some clear 100% silicone caulk, okay, and I'm gonna put it underneath the silicone flange on the top one and on the bottom one, just to kind of give myself some extra water sealing protection, okay? So the top one goes under the drain, and then this one goes up like this. So you have to make sure they're facing the proper direction, okay? Do not turn it the other way. You see how it kind of cones up? It goes up like into like a wedge shape. That has to go up like that, okay? So it goes on the metal, goes up into the wedge shape, and then you screw this on, and then this fits into place. This has to go back in here. Okay, I did this years ago because I had to cut my drain to make the new one fit and all of that stuff. This part I got it from Home Depot. I can't remember what it's called, but it's flexible. You can like move it around and stuff like that. But this little ring thing goes in here, and it has the same like wedge shape, and that goes into the old to the new metal part, the metal drain part. Okay, so I'm gonna put the clear silicone around just the edge, just a small amount, nothing crazy. I was gonna do plumber's putty again, but after seeing how that deteriorated um, over time with the other drain, I just didn't even want to bother with that. All right, so just a little bit of the clear 100% silicone caulk on that, and then I'll put my new drain in, and make sure you follow the instructions. If you get the similar one, follow the instructions. If you have your own, follow the instructions. They usually all come with instructions. So the silicone flange is under there, and I just dropped it in like that. I will have to adjust it a couple of times, but I try to get it done before it dries completely, okay? So I just wiped off any excess because I didn't want it to dry or get onto the metal and, kind of make a mess for myself. So here I'm going to add just a bit of the clear 100% silicone caulk on the top part of the silicone flange. And pop that up like that. I know some of it went on the threading part of the drain pipe, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine, okay? I just had to hurry up and get this done and get it into place, so before it started getting tacky and sticky and, started drying on me. And make sure you get it in tight. Well, get it up there, tighten it. You just don't want to over tighten it, but you want to tighten it, okay? You don't want to push so much to the point where the silicone flange just it's like squeezing out of place, okay? It needs to be in place to keep the water seal, the tightness, keep it waterproof, all right? So I'm going to use some paper towel and rubbing alcohol to clean off any silicone caulk that is still on the drain and on the threads, and get that cleaned up. And then I am going to clean the top part of the drain to make sure you get that cleaned off, because once it starts to dry, it does get a little annoying to get it cleaned off, okay? All right, and like I said, get it tight, just not over tighten it to the point where the flange um just kind of like goes out of place because it's too tight. All right, so like I said, I'm using some rubbing alcohol to clean off the drain, the top and the bottom, and around the threads. And you can use this method for any silicone, really. It works really well, especially for the 100% silicone versions of the caulking products. All right, once we got that done, I have to align this back up with the bottom part of the drain, but I wanted you guys to take a look and see how it looks. So you see how it kind of like plugs the hole up like this. So this makes it very waterproof, so there shouldn't be any water coming through or leaking through there. And then here I'm gonna put this back together, so the wedge part of this one goes towards the bottom. You have to put it on the drain, the new drain. It's easier that way, because trying to do it like this is hard, but this is kind of how it has to go. I just wanted you to see how it has to go if you have something similar under your drain. So what I did was put it on the new drain pipe, and then put the piece that screws onto it. So that piece you put on first, and then you put on the little plastic piece that with the wedge part facing down, and screw this in place, and it will tighten, and then it's good. You're done. All right, so once we get that done, we're gonna check the drain, check everything, make sure everything is completely sealed. I'm going to let this dry before I test it. So I just let this sit for a couple of hours, and then I came back and put the water on and tested it. All right, but here I'm just cleaning it off, making sure there is no silicone on the drain, on the sink that's still there that I can't see and that may possibly dry. All right, so that's how that looks. And this is the basket. This catches hair or any little things that, the kids, the baby might throw down the drain, and it will catch it. It's pretty cool. I like that you can pop it up and down like this. Like it's like a pressable button thing. I was worried about the holes on the side of the drain because I didn't understand why that was there. I'm sure they have their reason. I was worried that the water was gonna like go in there and leak. So I just kind of tested out the waterproof or the seals um, as long as I could before I let anybody use the bathroom, because I really didn't want this to like fail on me. But it worked out pretty good. All right, so now I came back a couple hours later, and it's dry, and I'm doing my water test on here, and I just let the water run. I filled up the faucet. No, I filled up the faucet. I filled up the sink. I pressed the button to see if the water will collect. Opened it up to see if the water will drain fast, which it did. So I really like that. Then checked all my seals to make sure everything was nice and tight, and nothing was leaking. I put the camera down here to see if anything was leaking. I just had the water running and just had it like looking up at the seals and the drain pipes and all of that, and nothing leaked. So that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully it inspired you to try to do this on your own. But if you get in any trouble, I suggest you call a plumber. Okay, I'm not a plumber. I'm just a homeowner DIYer, and my husband supports my madness. Okay. Anywho, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Do you see those calluses on my hand? I'm a very busy person. Okay, but yeah, really love this drain. Love how I can pop it open, and it's really cool, and that it collects hair and stuff like that. The baby likes to throw crayons in here sometimes, so I really like that about it. Okay, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye guys.